Hey guys, welcome back to Parkitect. This is going to be an interesting sort of this video, and this is kind of a surprise project that happens when I get inspiration. So you can see in front of you is Disneyland's Main Street station and the entrance plaza, or the front gate of a Disneyland. So where did this all start? This started actually a couple weeks ago, because I was working on these little mini Disney rides, and I built a couple of them over the last couple months, just trying to periodically I was just kind of working on stuff. So at this point, with how many I have already done, I have Indiana Jones over here, a Big Thunder that I have to redo, Haunted Mansion, Matterhorn. Star Tours was my recent one, so you probably already saw that on the Reddit or my Twitter or on the community tab. I posted that. And then I have Splash Mountain. So at this point, I could take these blueprints and put them into this Tiny Disneyland. Now, this Tiny Disneyland is not going to be accurate because I'm building in vanilla. So there are going to be some things that will be cut. There'll be some corners that will be cut and some other things that won't look right. But this is I would say this Disneyland's like an interpretation of the actual park. It's my imagination of what an ideal Disneyland I would love to see, or the favorite things I like of Disneyland, because I have an ideal version of Disneyland that I liked. It's probably from 2005, between 2005 and 2015 is, I would say, would be the peak of Disneyland in particular. So I'm not going to let's say for example, I won't be building Galaxy's Edge. I don't want it. It won't happen in this Disneyland because I have Star Tours. Things like Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway might not have it. Maybe I will. Maybe I'm not. I don't know yet. Haven't decided. Haven't gone that far back into Toontown yet because, again, I haven't really built much of the park. But I wanted to see if I can build the Disneyland train station first, the Main Street station first, to kind of give myself an anchor. And this is a very miniature version. You can tell that there are details that are missing, and it's very short. I did that on purpose because I want to give this sense of like a miniature toy model, maybe a kid's building Disneyland from his memory or something, right? That's kind of the idea here. And it's not accurate, but it still gives off that sense of oh, I know what this is. It's Disneyland. That's the same sense with all the mini attractions I've been building. This is the Temple for the Forbidden Eye. It's not that accurate, but you know what it is. Same thing with the Haunted Mansion here. This Haunted Mansion is not as... Well, actually, this is pretty accurate because I went a little heavy on this one. But Haunted Mansion, you kind of can tell it's not as accurate. The courtyard's a little wonky, and it's grid-based because it's Parkitect. Same thing with Star Tours, the recent one I just made. This Star Speeder, look how tiny this is. This thing is small. It only has 3 doors. That makes no sense. It has to have 5. But I scaled it down to give it that toy sense. And that leans onto the Parkitect's strength, is that it looks like a toy. Same thing with the Splash Mountain, is super tiny. The blueprint of it is very small. It's not even this long. This is a very short ride. But I think the idea of this project is to make... Well, I've always wanted to make a Disneyland, but my problem was I was always concerned about making it accurate because everybody always wants accuracy. And it's not amazing if it's not accurate. So I'm going to just try to make it my own version. And again, it's going to be very toy-like. And I think that will help with the building aspect. And also, building each individual ride like this, like I've been doing, helps with the project's length as I continue on. I will build these rides probably off-site. Maybe some of them will be built on site here just to figure out some measuring issues. But roughly, it should work out just as fine. But again, I can take some liberties because this is not an accurate Disneyland. For example, Main Street here might be very short. I was tooling around. I might either build it up to the center of the map, which is a 150 by 150 size map. I might go all the way to the center and make the hub here. Or I can cut it and make the hub here. Haven't decided yet because I think my Star Tours will kind of dictate me a little bit. Yeah, Star Tours might dictate me a little. Oh yeah, also, I just remembered. I have Astro Orbiter. Actually, it's just called Astro's Orbiter, which is kind of funny. Yeah, so I even built a flat ride. This was a blueprint that's in the game now. So this was this is a default blueprint, by the way. But I built the Astro Orbiter, so I could build Disneyland in a vanilla state. That I think it would be fun to do. Actually, that's why I want to do it. This is also on the midst of I should get back to work on American Adventure, but when inspiration hits, it hits, and sometimes you have to kind of grab it and take hold of it. And so this is it. I'm taking hold of this inspiration and actually doing a Disneyland for the first time ever, because I've never really done a focused on a Disneyland. But yeah, so let me show you some things about this build. That was actually very fascinating. So the roof here are actually all these spires kind of interlocking with each other. That was kind of difficult to do. The new pillar piece of the middle ones that we got, very useful for making fences on top, kind of giving a special Victorian detail. Let me show you what it looks like at night, because I did some lighting already. It looks really nice at night. I really like this look of this train station. Some other cool things, like these new Taurus's pieces are great for the golden ornaments on top. Dormers have been really good to use. This is really cool. The border oval rotated actually made this cool little rounded door thing. I think that was a really cool technique. So also in this series of Tiny Disneyland, as I'm going to call it, I won't be doing time lapses as much. I want to try to maybe do update videos like this. I'll show you all the things I worked on in a week and kind of update you on this slowly. It'll be a little bit quicker videos than usual. And also it's a way to, like, I can go in and tell you what pieces I used. Because sometimes I see you guys complain about you can't see what I'm doing because its time lapses are pretty quick. And I apologize, but I apologize for that, because sometimes I want to show you a lot of cool stuff, but time lapses kind of take away from that. But for example, like this is a wagon wheel for like a decorated ironwork on top of the roof here for the entrance. Same thing with over here. I kind of did it with the Tauruses on their diagonals. So this is, I think this is going to be a cool project. Let me know what you guys think I should be adding to the park. What era is your favorite of Disneyland if you've ever been? Because I like between 2005 2015. It's about that's a 10-year span. That's pretty good. I'm still debating on, there's a lot of things I'm debating on in the back of my head, but this is what I'm going to try to do, is build a miniature Disneyland, or a tiny Disneyland as I'm going to call it. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. I think I'm going to work on either Town Hall or what's it called, Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. I'll probably work on that as well, and I'll just update you as quickly as I can as I continue to work on this project. So I'm gonna go off and build some more stuff, but I will see you guys in the next video. So stay tuned for this new little project called Tiny Disneyland. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.